All right, welcome. This is how I got a publishing deal from the same company as David Goggins. Check that out. So, backstory, I was at Dreams Retreat in 2020, and I had written down for the second year in a row, run a marathon on my dreams list. And because it was the second year in a row, people around me were like, "Oh, Funk, you should do it. You should do it." And John Paulson was one of those people. John, being a great friend who'd already run a marathon or was really close, was training for one, gave me a couple of resources and whatever. And I was really excited about it. And it was probably 4 or 5 weeks in of my training um, that I wanted to give up because up to that point, I'd never run more than a mile before. And so I was training for it. And I wanted to give up after like a month. Well, Colton Horn, founder of Brain Fuel, gave me a great idea. He said, "Why don't you journal on the lessons every week and then write a book? Like use the lessons to teach from or whatever." And so I did. And every week for 20 weeks of marathon training, I journaled the lessons. And what was super interesting was that at the end of the 20 weeks, I had this journal filled with all these different lessons from the marathon training. And on a flight in March, which was 3 months after the marathon, it's a 9 hour flight to Hawaii, so Oahu, and I took the journal and I started writing out this almost like outline of a book. And when I did that, I noticed that the path of emotions I felt training for this marathon was the same path as when I opened my first office or started, any push period with sales or anything hard that I've done, bought my first house. It was the same process. It was the feeling super excited, excitement stalls, but still doing the work. And then it's like, all right, I want to give up and do something new. The difference with the marathon was when I hit that point, the excitement, stall, want to give up, I powered through and finished. And I didn't want to. John Paulson like forced me to finish, and my coach, Joe Brady, forced me to finish. And obviously, looking back, I'm really grateful for that. But it wasn't willpower. It was all of these things I did those first 16 weeks that had trapped me into a position where I had no choice but to finish and succeed. And when I was journaling out these lessons, I realized that those lessons are transferable across anything. And those lessons in a graph form look like this. So I have, here's the journal notes, but you can kind of see right here I don't know if it's going to be too bright or what the deal is, but you can see like here's the beginning, stalls out, want to quit. Most times it gets to the bottom and you restart, but I powered through and finished. And so all of these notes, this entire rough draft of the book, I had it. And my goal by the end of 2021 was take that outline and have a completed like rough draft version. And then in late 2021, my mentor Dane Espegard published the book Dream Machine. Dane did this with a company called Scribe Media. And so I was asking Dane questions about it. And he said to me, quote, "Yeah, it's like a teacher's salary to have them do it." And and I hope he's okay with me sharing this. I don't know who would even see this, but what he shared with me was you can pay a company to basically ghostwrite this book for you. Now, Dane runs one of the top divisions in Cutco, has a family. Like he doesn't have time to actually sit down and write the book. And so you can pay a company to scribe the book for you. And the company he used was Scribe Media. So I finished my outline and I thought, I don't really know what I'm doing. So I reached out to Scribe in January of 2022 and I committed. I paid a good chunk of money to work with them on this, and they helped me get signed up for a book retreat workshop last week in Austin. So it was about a week and a half ago. It was a 3-day workshop in Austin, Texas, where Scribe is located. Scribe was founded by Tucker Max, New York Times bestseller, and his mission is to take people with a great story, or just if they feel like they have something to share, or if they want to write a book about anything, aka you, the viewer who's watching this. And Scribe helps them take it from an idea to an actual published book. And so I went through the workshop and got more clear on how I want to set my book up, who my audience is, who my avatar is. And part of working with Scribe is they will set up the publishing with line crest right here, same as Goggins, and published the book. So the long story short with this, Scribe Media is, I think, the best company to do this. It's not cheap, and they will help you write your story and get you a publishing deal. All you have to do is basically pay for it. Just like anything in life, if you want it, pay for it. So for me, I'm just, tallying this up as another investment in myself that, hopefully, not hopefully, but five years down the road, when I look back at this video, it's like that was totally worth it, based on what the book got for me, out of the process. And, the people I can help along the way is kind of the side impact that comes with it. So how I got my book a publishing deal. There it is. We'll see you next time.